Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. Or good afternoon, good night, good evening, whenever you see this, I greet you. I just thought I would hop on here because I needed to express what was going on with me, my thoughts and my feelings and stuff. And I said I was gonna keep like a video diary of my life and of these changes that I am making and how it's coming about and if it's helping me, benefiting me, and maybe it'll benefit somebody. Anyway, so I was in the shower this morning and I was thinking about myself and I began to feel a little tight in my chest, like I wanted to cry. So, in a lot in your self-work and stuff like that, and in your self-love journey, it's you bound to just discover these different things you just suppressed and you suppressed and hid and stuff, and when they surface, it's just like holding space for it. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, so I was just thinking about myself and I was thinking about my life. I was thinking about from a little girl all the way growing up. I was always kind of like the soft, sensitive, kind of pick me girl of wanting to be accepted and wanted to be chosen. Now me, I'll accept anybody, just any damn body. And I'll try to love you as best I can. But all at the same time, I had allowed people to run over me, to abuse me, to completely mistreat me, to silence my voice and everything. And I would do it all to be accepted. It was almost like a proving thing. Like I never felt good enough, in just me being me. I can remember even down to like in elementary school and stuff. I was, chunky girl, pigtails in my head, real thick glasses and stuff, So it was like at PE when it was time to play kickball, nobody picked me to be on their team. But I tell you what, we used to call it joning. I'm from Atlanta. But I could get picked to be picked on and to be joned out about my glasses or about my weight or whatever, So I guess in those formidable years, that kind of negative self-talk began, and even probably before that, even down to my parents, and we'll get into that later. Ooh, because that's gonna probably be a tearjerker. But moving forward, and I just began to think about like the rest of my life and the course of my life and the way that it, went. I would attract just so many unhealed individuals to my life, and I would invite them in and I would treat them as if I was thankful to have them into my life, and yet and still it was always so easy for not only for them to show me my lack of importance to them being in their life, but I wouldn't behave very important either to my own self because I would accept that shit. And in this new era of my life, and it did take me a long time to get here, we having a funeral for that girl in that state of mind, that very poor inner poverty, a state of mind, I am different. I am continuing to evolve into different and better and loving on me, you know. But looking at that and people, and I want to put this out there too. Like, I'm not no good person on social media. Well, I'm learning. I am in my beginning stages. Watch how I talk to myself. I'm in the beginning stages of learning this whole video logging of yourself and sharing your life and sharing yourself with people and putting yourself out there. And there was once a me not too long ago that would never do that. Extremely shy, extremely, cause so scared that I wouldn't be accepted. And so when I go through and I tell these stories, good and bad, I gotta figure out, you know, how do I tell my story but still give whoever that person is that's in this story or whatever, you know, the privacy, as to not, you know, put them out there on blast, because I'm not into that either, you know. I'm putting my own self on blast. I'm putting my own life on blast right now, you know. But I just want to say and it wasn't just the outside world. It was like my own family. It was my own kids at times, you know, that they picked up on that energy of that pick me energy for me and found it absolutely acceptable and okay to mistreat me, you know, and not a victim, because I allowed it. You know, and I also want to put out there too that when you have that almost like broken self, you mistreat others too. So I did too. I mistreated some people too. Sometimes it was my own kids too, you know. So it's nothing, you know. It's not like I'm just, you know, gonna just point the finger and stuff like that at them. You know, it was a reflected relationship. It was a reflected relationship, and the truth of the matter is, you know, I was one of their first teachers in their life, you know. But even now, though, as I go through and grow through and I transition and stuff like that, and, you know, of course, I became a mom at 19. I'm 47 years old now. So, of course, I'm nowhere near that girl at that time, you know. But you get into these certain behavior patterns and you allow others to handle or mishandle you in that behavior pattern that they met you in, and you kept that up. And I did, and I kept that up. I honest to God, kept that up. And I have just come into breaking the tower moments with that Kanika and the rising up of this Kanika, you know. And so I'm having to set boundaries with them that are just closest to me. I'm also having to accept and understand that even those that were close to me, that I love a lot, you know, that they weren't good for me. They literally were not good for me. They did not mean me any good. And because I was begging for love and begging for acceptance, you know, it made me absolutely misusable in the worst way. And I did it. I was an active participant in that shit. Just like, please love me. Why won't you love me? Why can't you accept me? Please. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, when I think about it, you know? So I don't know. And I guess I was in the shower as it was coming up, with different situations and different people. It felt anger, or tight in my chest, like crying, hurt. And being able to express it like this, you know what I'm realizing right now? Just crying for her, who allowed that for herself. Not them. Not them. But for her. But for me. For that girl that I once was. Ooh, 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 ooh. They say you can't get it wrong and you can't get it all done. And I can definitely see how that is the case, honey, because boy, boy, am I learning and boy, am I discovering. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm looking at myself. So I guess I just wanted to look at myself and talk that thing out and share it with you guys. And thanks for being here. Bye.